As long as you are afraid, someone else will keep making decisions for your life. Fear is a powerful force. It clouds your judgment and weakens your voice. When you're afraid to make mistakes, afraid to be wrong, or simply afraid to stand out, you unconsciously hand over control to others. They begin to shape your choices, your actions, even your identity. You stop living your truth and start living according to expectations. The danger isn't just in losing direction, but in forgetting that the pen of your story was always meant to be in your own hand. Fear doesn't protect you, it imprisons you. George opened a small incense stick shop with a genuine love for his product and a kind heart toward every customer. He carefully selected fragrant incense, decorated the shop with warmth, and greeted everyone with politeness. There was no grand marketing strategy, just honesty, care, and dedication. His sincerity resonated with people. Slowly, the townspeople began to notice his shop. Word spread, and customers started coming not just for the incense, but for the experience George created. In just a few weeks, sales increased, and George felt joy, not just from profit, but from seeing something he loved begin to thrive. As George's shop gained attention, people began offering advice. One sharply dressed man told him to remove the word fragrant, saying it was unnecessary because all incense sticks are fragrant. George, not wanting to seem foolish, agreed. Then another person said, "Why write in our shop? It's obvious. Where else would you sell them?" Again, George listened. A third advised him to remove the word available, reasoning that if the shop is open, availability is assumed. George, unsure and eager to please, called the painter each time. Eventually, the board read only incense sticks. Soon, someone remarked even that was pointless. "We can see it's an incense shop." The board was wiped clean. What was once a clear and inviting message turned into silence. Bit by bit, by following others' opinions, George erased his identity, and as the sign faded, so did the customers. George lost his voice. The signboard, once full of warmth and clarity, was a symbol of his identity. By letting others decide what should or shouldn't be on it, he slowly silenced himself. The changes weren't just words disappearing from a board. They were pieces of his confidence being chipped away. Doubt took root. Fear grew stronger. The once vibrant shop, filled with the scent of incense and the spirit of a passionate owner, began to feel empty and lifeless. Without his clear message, people no longer felt drawn in. What made the shop special, George's unique touch, was gone. The store became quiet. The warmth was replaced by confusion. George, who once stood proudly, now sat silently, staring at the blank board and wondering how he had let it all slip away. All because he didn't stand firm in what he believed. One day, an old friend visited George's quiet, lifeless shop. After hearing what had happened, he stepped outside, saw the blank board, and stormed back in. "Have you lost your mind?" he shouted. "You let everyone else erase your identity. That board was your voice." His words struck deep. George realized his mistake. He had traded his authenticity for approval. That very next morning, George repainted the sign just as it was in the beginning. "Fragrant incense sticks available in our shop." It wasn't just a sign. It was a return to his true self. Slowly, customers began to notice again. The familiar fragrance returned to the air. Sales picked up, and so did George's confidence. But this time, he didn't let every passerby rewrite his story. He had learned the value of staying true to himself, and that was the beginning of a deeper kind of success. Life is your shop, and the signboard is your voice, your values, and your dreams. It tells the world who you are and what you stand for. But when you rely too heavily on others' opinions, you begin to erase yourself, piece by piece. Each time you let fear guide your choices, you give someone else the power to shape your story. Advice can be valuable, but not all advice is right for you. Listen, consider, but always return to your inner compass. Don't let the fear of judgment drown out your truth. The world doesn't need another version of someone else. It needs the real you. Be brave enough to trust your voice, your instincts, and your vision. Because in the end, the ones who are remembered are those who dared to be authentically themselves. Be brave enough to hold the brush and write your own story.